You got guns? Because I didn't bring any extra.
I'm going to pretend you didn't ask that question. We'll see you there.
Boy, chummers, before we get started, if you enjoy our content, do us a favor and give it a like if you're on YouTube, or rate the episode if you're listening on your favorite audio platform. Those interactions do go a long way in helping us reach new like-minded Shadowrun individuals. We are trying to hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube this season. Can't do it without your help. We're halfway there, and it's all thanks to you guys. Last time on SINless, there was an old friend reveal. The tension grows between Amaging and Bear about what's going to happen with this Mob and Mr. Gray angle, and we'll see what happens from there. But before we dive back into everything, a quick word from our sponsor.
Why there, chummers, have you ever wanted to steal an egg? And not just any egg, a magic dragon egg. And not just any magic dragon egg, but one locked away under super high security, where you'll probably die and then be magically revived and forced to work for the very corp that killed you?
Hide.
No? Oh, well, too bad. Welcome to an absolute Drekstorm, a Shadowrun 5th edition podcast where I constantly put my players in bad situations, and they find the most difficult way to solve them, typically involving lots of murder and death. But they don't need to worry about dying because of the Draco Knight in their body, which seems to be reviving them and totally isn't doing bad stuff that is slowly turning them into drakes and causing them to lose all control of their instinct and kill all their friends. So come on down and join Group H, a ragtag group of Shadowrunners whose moral compass doesn't exist, just trying to survive Seattle while being hunted down by a mysterious dragon and being bossed around by the Draco Foundation. We have poison, we got AIs, we have Santa Claus, we have betrayal, a lot of burnt edge, 0 brain cells, and milk. So come on down to any podcast listening app and search for an absolute Drekstorm. We'll be waiting for you.
Goodbye.
Welcome back to another smashing episode. When last we left our criminals in the making, we had Bear and Spider meeting with their newfound liaison in the back of his van. That's where we ended, so let's go ahead and pick up right from there. So yeah, you've just been introduced to one Agent Kevin Spencer.
Mr. Spencer, it's a pleasure. We have some information that may help you.
Sure. I'm sure that'll be extremely useful to our investigation and being able to bring these hardened criminals to justice. But I don't think that that's what we're going to get off on a good footing with, is it?
Probably not, no. We have conditions.
Well, before I hear your ridiculous, outlandish conditions that will need to get, red tape cut through and all that fun stuff from the higher-ups, that's going to take a lot of time. So why don't you just write those down for me at some point and just hand them over when it's convenient? We have more pressing things to attend to.
You know what? Why don't you go ahead?
Sure. I'm going to give you something, and hopefully this helps start the wheels of trust. What do you say?
Okay.
We finally got a tip through our hotline through some informants that I generally trust, but we'll probably have to check it out ourselves. One of the individuals from the mansion hit has been located. We believe he's being held in a mafia safe house.
We're in. We have to help.
Oh, excellent. That completely negates the next thing I had to say. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll confirm the information and send you the location. How about we meet there?
Yeah. Do you have a med kit in your serial killer van?
Do I have a med kit? What do you need a med kit for?
I just put my spine through a car If we're assaulting something, I either need some really good drugs or some really good first aid.
Well, sadly, I didn't bring mine with me thinking that I would need it. So I'd go get yourself looked at as soon as possible. We're going to hit this place tonight.
As you say, I may have one more guy who's willing to join us.
I don't care who you bring with you. It's your crew. Do what you want. I'll just meet you there. I suggest come armed.
That won't be a problem.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Also, just a heads up, gonna work with some other individuals to make sure that legal backup doesn't arrive on scene in a timely manner. You think you can handle that?
You need us to make sure legal backup doesn't arrive?
No. I'm making sure that legal backup doesn't arrive. Excellent. All I need you to do is get yourselves ready. I told you this is the peace offering to hopefully set things forward in this circle of trust that we're building.
I'll step real close to him. He's probably 1.5 feet taller.
Yeah,
I'll stick my metal hand out for a handshake.
Goes in for a handshake. Even with your augmentics, it's still pretty firm. I'll send you the details for the location. I have your number.
Very good. I guess we'll just hop out and call a cab to take me to a urgent care.
You're going in for regular medicine?
A chiropractor might work.
All right, that's up to you if you want to do that.
Or Bear, excuse me, Bear. We could just go back and ask the doc to take a look at you. I have to get some stuff out of there anyway if we're going guns a-blazing.
I was trying to avoid going home, but if you think that's best, let's just go home.
Yes, I think that's best. All my stuff is there that I need for this, whatever we're doing.
So we're headed back to Asgard then via taxi cab.
I'll try and call Brass on the way.
Well, Brass, your phone is ringing.
Go for Brass.
Brass, this creature, I need your assistance. I need you to meet me for a drink.
All right. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Get a stiff drink with creature. Yeah. Totally cool. I'll see you when I see you.
Meet me down the pub, down Touristville, and I'll give him the name of a pub that I like. 3 hours.
I'm pretty busy, so it might be like 3.5. But I'll see you soon. As soon as he hangs up, I'm like, oh my god, it's fine. I said I was gonna be half an hour late, but I'm gonna be there like 45 minutes early. But I'm gonna try really hard to be like real cool.
Just chill, just the absolute.
Yeah, I just happen to finish up all my stuff early.
Okay,
I'm so cool.
Meanwhile, Bear and Spider, you'll be getting back to Asgard, and you'll be able to collect the stuff that you want. What are you taking with you?
I'm gonna try to take everything that I could fit into 2 duffel bags.
Okay.
And I'm talking like personal effects and stuff. Like I like Spider's trying to ghost this place. Like she's done. So I'm gonna pack what I can into some duffel bags. I'm gonna like take my bug sweepers and stuff, and then I'm gonna go down to the garage and try to find a car that we can lift, and I'm gonna put those bags into. I'm gonna try to sneak in and take a car so we can just be gone.
Is there a car left in the garage that is
there might not be
worked on? I don't
there might
think
not be.
So.
I don't know that though, so I'm gonna go check.
Yeah, the garage is mostly taken up by Ghost and Spanner and the toys that they're working on. So it's really just those 2 vehicles and all the corresponding parts that are being worked on. There are no other cars in the garage.
Dang it. All right, I'll still shove everything in my 2 bags, and then I'll just go take down my whiteboard of information about vampires from the conference room and
Wow, taking it all with you, huh?
I'm taking it all with me. And then I'll just go wait out front.
It's like a bad breakup with an ex. Like you're just moving everything out.
Here's all my stuff. Bear, what are you doing while at Asgard?
I'm gonna find Korgath.
Yeah.
Tell him to stay in my office and administer the place until I get back.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say.
And then I'm gonna go see the doc.
Doc is where he usually is, up near the top floor in your medical wing that you guys created.
Doc, whatever you're doing, I will give you a large bonus if you stop doing whatever you're doing and take a look at me right now, because I just put my spine through the roof of an Oldsmobile.
Okay. Why?
Why did I put my spine through the roof of an Oldsmobile, or why do I need you to look at it?
No, I understand why you need me to look at it. I mean, why did you do that?
Someone shot a rocket at me, and the roof of the car was the preferable alternative to taking a rocket to the face.
Do you ever think about, I don't know, maybe doing something else with your life?
You know what? I'm going on a long vacation very soon.
Good for you. Lay down on the table. Shut up. Don't say anything.
I'll strip my coat off and take the suit jacket and just flop down on my stomach.
He jabs something in your neck, and then you feel him smack your back, and you can hear it crack all the way down. He then slowly helps you sit up and twists you so that your spine cracks again. And then he puts 2 pills in your hand.
What are these?
Just take them.
Right now or later?
No, I handed them to you so you could hold on to them and look at them because they're pretty.
I'll pop them into my mouth, crunch them once, and swallow.
Good job. Anything else?
Do I feel better?
You feel aligned.
No, I think we're good, Doc. Can I roll a body test for medical treatment, or am I just on a lot of drugs right now?
You'll roll body. So you'll be down to light in 2 days.
Before I meet up with Spider, I'm going to go back up to my room and get the armor vest that Kaze made for me.
Mm-hmm.
And cinch it on, zip it up, and then cinch it down nice and tight.
Okay. Definitely hurts a little bit around your ribs, but you suck it up.
And then I'll throw the trench coat back on over it so it's not like obvious armor.
My last question for the both of you. Are you wearing the masks?
Yes.
So you're taking them with you, right?
I am pulling mine out of a bag probably for the first time in years.
Okay.
And yes, it's coming.
I imagine you're not wearing them at the bar.
No, I'll tuck it into a large pocket, but yeah.
Okay.
It's going with me.
Well, you have everything that you need. You've been looked at medically. I guess it's off to your favorite tourist bar, Touristville bar hangout. It's called the Lucky Get. When you get there, it's regular hustle and bustle. It's not super packed. There's the usual crowd. It's a slow night, or it's early, one of the two.
I'm going to scan the room and see if I see Brass.
Brass, would you be sitting at the bar, or are you sitting at like a table? Where would you be?
He's at a booth, like one of those round ones or something.
Uh-huh.
Actually, no, he'll be at the bar, but they see that he has his clothing is very clean, except for very specific strategic spots of dirt. And that's because he was so excited that he washed all his clothing, picked up some dirt, and patted it on him to be like, yeah, I'm tough. Yeah, I'm so cool and tough.
This time when the door opens, your quick glance, you see Bear and Spider enter the bar.
And then he's going to go back to drinking and be like, remember, just, you don't notice them. You're doing your own thing. You're cool.
Is this a bad time to mention I also have good looking and knows it?
No. But yeah, you can definitely spot Brass sitting at the bar, making quick glances at the door.
I won't acknowledge his quick glances. I'll just sit down next to him. Look at the barkeep. Scotch, double, neat.
Plop, pour, shove.
Mr. Brass, we have a situation. There are forces at work seeking to harm the children at Asgard, or at least forces at work that will cause them to come to some harm. And even though you don't live there, you seem like the type of fella who would want to protect the weak. There's one catch, though. Gonna be working with the cops.
Sorry, could I get another, please? Same thing they got. And then he immediately like pulls it from the bartender's hand, drinks it, and then is like, all right, one more. Thank you. All right. So you just threw a lot at me. So let me get this straight. You and your kin have summoned some sort of dark cult entity who's punishing you for your transgressions. And they're specifically trying to claim all the children as sacrifice. Am I tracking this correctly?
It's not dark forces. It's dark people.
And they're just, you made some extra enemies, someone from back in the day?
That's part of it. A former associate of mine, a Mr. Gray, who you may have also heard tell of, is here in town. He's made several attempts on our lives, and we're afraid he'll harm the children to get to us. But there are also mistakes being made by the others at Asgard, where we're not on the same page with how to proceed. So we're going at it from one angle, and I just need some extra muscle for this job.
All right, seems pretty good. I'm assuming you ran this by Ghost and they gave you like a clearance and all that stuff, a little bit of inside information.
What would you like me to roll to lie?
He seems on the up and up. He hesitates a little, but sounds legitimate.
And did Ghost give you any specifics on?
I'll phrase it like this. Ghost would absolutely want you to protect the children because this whole thing we're involved in could cause ghouls to storm the walls of Asgard and eat the children.
I hadn't considered that. Well,
remember the blue chip facility?
1,000-yard stare. Sounds of screaming. Barely remember it. Right. I'll be willing to do you a favor. Sounds good.
And of course, you'll be handsomely compensated.
To business, then.
I'll clink glasses and then down mine finally.
Okay. Yeah. It's just about an hour later in the evening. Well, we'll fast forward to the evening. I assume that it would have taken about that amount of time to get yourself situated, grab all your gear, finally decide to go and meet Brass. So you're getting a phone call from a blocked number. This is Agent Spencer.
Yeah, we're waiting on you, man.
Right. I've got the location. I'll send it to you shortly. Meet me there in a half hour.
Okay. Anything else we should know?
You got guns? Because I didn't bring any extra.
I'm going to pretend you didn't ask that question. We'll see you there. And then I hang up.
Okay. Shortly thereafter, you get a location that pops up. And it's right in between the downtown and Tacoma area. Just like right on the border of both districts.
Is it near the restaurant? I'm just, for my own curiosity, is it near the restaurant?
No, the restaurant is further to the ritzier side of downtown. Close.
Okay.
The restaurant is technically closer to the Bellevue area.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay. But yeah, you're given the location. Are you heading there as fast as possible using your public transport?
I'll make sure Brass is good to go. We're probably getting into a scrap here. You good for a scrap?
Always.
Do you have a nice public taxi ride to the location?
All three of us crammed into the back of a Scroober, not saying anything.
It's tight quarters with three of you in there.
I've pointedly dropped the accent now that there's other people around besides just Brass and Spider.
Oh, it's an automated taxi. There's not another person. There's just the three of you.
So was there some sort of discovery that ghouls like to devour children?
Well, think about it. They're
I'd
smaller.
rather not. Okay.
They're more tender.
All right.
And they're easier to catch because they have shorter legs.
Are you just describing children, or are you describing yourself?
It can be two things. Although I'm crunchy.
Very chewy.
No. The mission we're on right now is to... Did you meet my friend Dulin? Weird magic dwarf man? Okay.
No.
He got kidnapped. And all of this stuff is becoming connected. So we're going on a rescue mission right now.
All right.
With our friend Kevin.
And Kevin's in this vehicle, right? No?
No. Kevin, you have not seen Kevin. Kevin is going to be at the location, meeting you.
Okay. And that's all Brass is asking. Also, it's like a really small car, so he's like super bunched up, just like trying really hard to maximize the space, and is not super well.
You get to the location, you can see the white panel van parked off the side of the street, kind of tucked in between two buildings and a decent sized alleyway. And there's just one person sitting inside the van with the door open.
Spider gets both of her bags out of the trunk because this is not Deadpool. I'm not forgetting my bag. Okay. No one's gonna have to share bullets tonight. Okay.
I only brought enough for 3.
I'm gonna take both of my bags and I'm going to confidently walk them over to the van, and I'm gonna chuck them in the back, and I'm gonna say, we're gonna need to talk about a safe house when this is done.
I'm sure that can be arranged. I got a couple places.
And then I'll just get my guns ready. Pistol, rifle, I'll sling over my back. Ready.
As I get out, I'll pull the mask out and flip it down, and then just nod at Brass as I load and rack the big RoboCop gun, I think is what we were calling it.
Yeah, it's what it is.
All right. Do I get a mask at some point? Is that part of the cult's your organization's initiation?
Who's this guy?
Who are you?
It's my friend Brass.
All right. I'm the guy helping them out. That's who I am. You bring any heat, Brass?
Oh yeah. I got 2 guns right here.
Okay.
I'll hand him the RoboCop gun and pull out my Ares Predator.
Sure, whatever you want to do.
Is this considered a pistol?
Yes, it is a machine pistol. It only fires in burst fire.
Okay.
Yeah. It is literally the gun from RoboCop.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
You don't have a variant that's like a shotgun? Because I am used to using hand pistols.
Kevin roots around in the van behind him and then just throws you a shotgun.
Oh, it's more my speed, but I'll hold on to this unless you need it.
I'll yell for it if I need it. I'm better with the small one.
Cool.
You feel more comfortable now? Are you ready?
I'm always comfortable.
All right. Masks. Nice. Very non-discreet. Okay. They'll just like pull up a cover that covers this part of his face. He's just got a regular brown trench coat on. It looks like there's something swinging under his arms. You can't quite tell what it is with the trench coat. All right. So, word from the informants that I've got. So, we need to cross this street over here. And on the side of that building, we're going to knock on a metal door. And I didn't bring a key.
Are we knocking or knocking?
Oh, I'm gonna knock. You all ready? I got us a way in. Once that door swings open, do what you do. Come with me, stack up on the side of the door. Kevin then goes up and then pounds on this metal door on the side of a building. And then waits a couple seconds. One of those speakeasy slots opens up. And you hear a voice from the other side just shouting, "Yeah, what do you want?" Kevin says something in... Does anybody speak Italian? Okay. Says something in a language none of you know. And then the speakeasy slot closes. You hear some locks disengage. And just as the door starts to creak open, Kevin barges forward, throws the door open, and throws something out of his hand into the hallway. Let's roll initiative. So we've got the initiative order all set. You guys get this full surprise round, so you'll get one whole turn to yourselves before anything else happens. Then the enemies will roll initiative and join the initiative order, and then we'll subtract from there. Sound good? So right now, keeping everything in order, Brass, you have the first turn.
Okay, cool. So what's the inside of this building looking like?
So when he throws the door open, you can see it's a dimly lit hallway that looks like it has two doors to rooms on the right side, one door to a room on the left side, and then it kind of goes around a corner, right? And you just saw Kevin push the door open and throw something down the hallway.
Okay, so it's a hallway? Just a hallway?
Yeah, it's just a hallway, and there's one guy that's thrown back from the door, and it looks like he's off balance.
Okay, I was gonna see if there was any cover in there, but I don't know if that thing he threw is explosive.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to hold my shotgun at the door, like aiming at the guy in the event that... Wait, can I tell what that thing is? Like, I want to make sure I'm not, one, running into a frag grenade, or two, running into a flashbang, which could also really, really mess my day up.
It was definitely a grenade of some sort that he threw forward. Okay. It looks like it's rolling towards the end of the hallway.
Okay. If there isn't any cover, I'll stand at the doorway and hold the shotgun for whoever comes in the line of sight, and if the guy's alive when that thing goes off, fire at him.
Okay. So just holding action, holding line of sight down the hallway with the shotgun.
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin charges on down the hallway, following the grenade.
Oh, okay. I should have rolled police procedures. So I have a 4 in.
Bear, you're next.
the guy that he knocked back, is that guy like stunned or off balance or what have you?
He's off balance. Like he's thrown his hands back. He was behind the door. It looks like he's knocked back into the hallway. His hands are up. This is all happening.
Yeah. I'd like to try and use my martial arts to snatch that guy up in like a joint lock and use him as a human shield. So kind of like get his arm behind him and walk him down the hallway like a riot shield with my gun over his shoulder.
Okay, so you want to grapple with him. So go ahead and roll your unarmed combat. You can succeed in the combat and choose to do no damage and instead initiate the grapple.
He's stunned. I'd like to swoop under and behind him, sort of take his back, get one of his arms twisted up behind him, and then gun right at the back of his head or right next to his cheek.
Okay. And then Spider, your one surprise action.
The whole time we've been like talking to Kevin and everything, my mask has been up on my face or like up on the top of my head. I haven't pulled it down yet because God, I really don't want to. So, door's gonna go open. Kevin's gonna throw his thing. They're gonna charge in. I'm gonna take like a beat and I'm gonna slide the mask down, and then I'm going to pull out my pistol and just dramatically charge like down the hallway.
So following Kevin.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I will roll the Goons initiative because at the end of this turn, the grenade that he threw that hits kind of that corner of the hallway goes off, and it's big smoke cloud starts to go down both hallways. Brass, did you want to do anything with your surprise initiative or lose it?
Once I saw that Kevin ran in, I'm following him, essentially.
Okay, so it's like you and Spider each on a side and him in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to be on the right side or the left side?
Left side.
Okay. And Spider, are you going to stick to the right or also go left?
No, I'll stick to the right side. So we've got like a point covering the whole width of the hallway.
All right. So start of the actual initiative passes. Brass, you are first.
Okay. So this thing has still not gone off.
The smoke has gone off.
Smoke has gone off. Okay, cool.
Yes, it's starting to fill the hallway.
I like how I was like, okay, it's either a flashbang or frag grenade. It's not a smoke grenade. Why would it be a smoke grenade? Okay, cool. So I am going to run through, and my intent is essentially to like run to where we can get like substantial cover and eyes on like hostiles and all that stuff. I don't know if that's feasible in the current environment, but if so, I'm moving to do that essentially.
Okay, so it's like an L hallway that you're moving down, right? I'll try and paint this out a little bit better. It's an L hallway you're moving down with 2 doors on the right side, 1 door on the left. The smoke grenade has gone off right in the crux of the L for the hallway, and the smoke is billowing out both sides to sort of start to fill heavily into the hallways.
Okay.
And you guys are traveling down in like a triangle with Spider on one side, you on the left, and Kevin in the middle.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna the closest door that comes out to me since I'm on the left. I'm gonna kick that open, and I'm gonna have the shotgun like drawn.
Okay.
Just to like scan essentially.
Sure. You kick the left door open. It almost falls off its hinges because it's so old. And there are 2 startled guys in this room that looks like they were playing cards. It's like their heads were turned towards the door because they heard the pop of the smoke, but then you immediately come in and now kick the door open, and so they're, huh?
Do they seem armed?
There are 2 SMGs within reach of them.
Oh God!
Like they could each grab an
Oh,
SMG and
I shoot at one.
you shoot at one.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh God!
go for it. You can pour any combat pool you want into it, up to your skill in shotgun. All right, you are going to successfully hit him. How would you like this to play out? He's going to suffer a moderate wound from this.
Okay, so gonna kick open the door, go look through, aim the shotgun, fire at the one closest, and kind of gauge it from there.
Okay.
I realize how blind I'm going into this.
Well, it definitely takes a hit. Kevin continues down the hallway, turning the corner. You guys can't really see what he's doing, but you'll hear some automatic gunfire. Bear, you have your human shield. What do you want to do?
Once they're clear and down the hallway, smoke grenade goes off, and I hear Brass's shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna put the Ares right up to the guy's temple and end him, and just drop him, or
Okay.
try to.
I mean, you don't have to try to. He's point blank. I'm not gonna make you roll point blank.
Maybe he's got a titanium skull like I do. Who knows? But yeah, I'll just right up to his head and end him.
Okay, you execute your human shield.
And then I'll book it after the rest of them. And that was a silent shot from me.
Okay.
And as I book it after them, I'll push the door closed.
The metal door. Spider, what are you doing on your turn?
I'm continuing to follow Kevin down the hallway,
Okay.
and I will shoot at what he's shooting at. Because I assume he knows where Dulin is, so I'm following him.
Okay.
Also, I'm mildly distrustful of anybody in a situation like this, so we're just going to keep eyes on him.
That's
Yeah.
fair. So when you round the corner, you can make a quick perception test if you want.
Okay.
It's a little difficult to make out in the smoke that's starting to fill the hallway, but it looks like there's somebody that was sitting in a chair outside of a door off to the side, and Kevin just filling him full of lead.
Cool. Do I notice another door?
Just the one at the end of the hall.
This one at the end of the hallway. Kick it open.
I'm going to run down and kick it open.
Yep.
All right, this one is actually kind of closed. It's a little sturdier than the other doors, so give me a strength, please.
Okay.
So with a heavy, are you kicking, shoulder charging? How did you want this?
I'm just gonna kick it down. Just
Okay.
with my boot.
With a heavy booted kick, you kick the door open. It swings open. Would you like to roll dodge?
Yes. Yes, I would.
You clean dodge out of the way of the doorway as a hail of bullets comes from the other side of the door. From a quick glance inside, you could swear there's two people in there. Possibly three. One of them is tied to a chair.
I will subvocal to Bear. Found him. Follow the hallway.
All right, the goons now go. Brass, the one that you shot at, is going to try and grab his gun. Wow, which he definitely does. The other one flips the table and ducks behind it for cover. Meanwhile, the one that grabbed just unleashes a burst at you. It's not aimed. It seems off kilter. You can dodge if you want.
Yes, I'm gonna sidestep.
It'll be enough for you to clean dodge, so you'll wrap back around into the hallway using the wall as cover as a burst fire of bullets comes flying out of the room. Most of them are aimed really high and kind of would have whizzed over your head maybe anyway, but you still dodged out of the way. Meanwhile, Bear, one of the other doors on the right side of the hallway comes flying open. You see a goon with a shotgun who looks startled to see you and does not keep his composure to be able to fire at you immediately. He is stunned that he's opened the door and somebody is right there. And there's just an outline of somebody because there's smoke filling the hallway. Spider, you and Kevin from the room of the door that you just kicked in, you hear somebody shout, "You're dead! You hear me?" Next initiative pass, which means Brass is back to you.
Alrighty. We're going to use 2 of the combat pool and blast the same guy. So the guy I shot at, or no, the guy that shot me is the guy I already shot.
Mm-hmm.
And he is
The other
not
one-
cover.
Yeah, the only one of them ducked behind cover. The other guy just reached for his Uzi and then fired at you.
Okay, gotcha. All right,
So he's still in the open.
gotcha.
So you're just gonna quick move and fire at him again?
Yeah, let's do like whatever is the equivalent of peeking around the corner and aiming, ducking down for a lower profile since there's a table already there for the other guy, and peeking around and aiming and firing at the same guy again.
Okay, your target number is 6 this time. All right, he takes another moderate wound.
All right. Gonna duck down, rounding the corner, lining up this guy that has beef with me for some reason. Like I kicked open a door and shot at him, and I'm just gonna once again look down and fire at him once more.
Yeah, you have beef with him for some reason. Could be the shotgun wound that you're putting into him. Nah, who knows?
Nope.
Okay. Spider, Kevin gives you some hand signals. Do you have police tactics as a knowledge skill?
I have Lone Star Tactics and Megacorp Security.
Okay.
They use hand
Something like
signs
that.
for security,
Yeah,
sure.
both of those would work. So either one of those you could roll. He's giving you directions that just in quick motions to both enter the room at the same time. You go right, he'll go left. One shot, domes. So he will delay till your action.
I'll motion back whatever to say yes.
Okay. Bear, it's your turn. The guy with the shotgun looks startled at you.
With one hand, I'm going to push the barrel of the shotgun towards the floor.
Okay.
And with the other, one shot to the head.
Okay. He's gonna struggle against you trying to aim his shotgun down, so roll your unarmed combat skill for this part. So he will win, and you go to move the barrel, and he just strengths it up, trying to aim it at you, and he's going to attempt to fire it in this close proximity where you're trying to grab it. He's got this awkward aim at you. Would you like to try to dodge? You will let go of the barrel and jump out of the way to the side as it swings up too high because you're no longer trying to grab it, and he fires around into the ceiling.
Can I go for a headshot?
Yeah, you can still make a shot at him. Your target number, and you're aiming for his head, right?
Yes, and I'm smart linked.
All right, with that quick fire to the head, he has no armor on it, and you get a serious wound on him, meaning that the bullet goes through and definitely impacts him into the side of the face. It's a big blowout from his cheek. He's definitely going to have to see his dentist after this. All right, Spider, it's your turn.
All right. Aiming headshot guy on the right. I think he told me to go right. So
Said go right.
there we go.
So you're doing all this extremely fast without really getting a sense of the
Right.
target.
Mm-hmm.
What's the gun that you're using?
I'm using my pistol.
Your heavy pistol. So you will hit in the head. How do you want this played out?
Just stone cold, pop around the corner and just straight at it.
Okay. It takes a serious wound from the shot. The pistol round coming directly at his head. Again, not enough to kill him, but it tears through his neck and he's gushing some blood. The goons will go. Brass, the one that's behind cover, just lifts a gun out over the cover and just fires blindly through the doorway. Luckily, it is just a spray of bullets that goes out through the door, all aimed high and away from you. Luckily, it was close though. It was close.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the guy that you've shot twice just charges you
Okay.
and is trying to just throw punches at your face while also knocking the shotgun up and away. That's what he's trying to do. So roll your melee, your hand-to-hand skill.
Question.
Yeah.
Can I do anything while he's doing this?
Like, what do you want to do?
I want to throw the shotgun at him. Just like a, hey, catch.
Okay. You get all 3 successes.
Nice.
He catches the shotgun, and that helps deter him a little, so his punch doesn't have any oomph behind it. You're able to easily sidestep in, and how would you like to counter?
I go, this is how you throw a punch. And then I'm going to go to punch him in the dome.
Okay, so on top of 2 moderate wounds, he will also have a serious stun. So how do you want that playing out?
All right, so he's charging at me, ready to throw a punch. I throw a shotgun for him to grab. He's confused, throws a half-hearted punch. I do one little Dempsey roll thing to the side and just punch him right in the kisser when I say this is how you throw a punch thing.
Okay.
And is he still standing at this point?
It definitely dazes him. Like, he's woozy from the hit. He's very, very wounded.
Yeah, I mean, he's taking 2 shotgun blasts and a punch to the face. Like, this guy's a champ. And I guess, like, do I have any other things I can do? Or is this is still on his turn?
That's on his turn. This all happens on his turn.
Okay.
Spider, the one that you shot at, is going to side sling his gun up while trying to clamp the wound on his neck and fire a burst at you. You take a light wound as the bullet just grazes you.
Oh, that's so much better than the last time I got shot.
And with that, we are done with that initiative pass. Everybody, please re-roll your initiatives. And Bear, you both go at the same initiative step.
After you.
I'm just gonna unarmed strike the guy that is clutching his wounded face and try to just put him down.
Okay. So you're putting everything behind this punch. You are going to successfully hit him hard enough to lay him out. So how do you want that resolved?
So guys grabbing his face, I'm just gonna dive in, everything behind it, like feet leaving the floor, and just try and end this guy.
Your Superman punch is successful.
I would then like to grab the shotgun and take off after Brass.
Okay, he's right on the other side of the hallway. Brass, it'll be your go. And this happens all at the same time.
Right. So guy is like seriously stunned. Is he holding on to the shotgun, like really holding on?
He grabbed it. He grabbed it with one hand, and it caused him to also, like, he's just dropped his SMG on the ground.
Oh, fantastic! I'm just gonna grab his arm holding the shotgun and pull him in and punch him one more time across, kind of thing.
Okay. Roll your unarmed strike.
All right. 3.
Cool. That's 3 more than he got.
Fantastic.
All right, he's going to take another serious stun, which will also lay him out. So how would you like that resolved?
All right. So I threw the shotgun, punched him in the face. Second time around, I did like a uppercut. And if he's out, I'm going to take a page out of Bear's book, and I'm going to have him as a human shield. And if possible, I'm going to run towards the other guy in the room with this guy as like a shield.
Okay. Yeah, he's behind the barricade. You just want to run, like the upturned table, you just want to run straight at it, using this guy as a human shield.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Since that guy is still falling, in the process of falling down, I'm going to shoot him in the head again.
All right, called shot to the head again. This time you have a chance to aim. Would you like to aim?
I would like to aim this time, yes.
The second shot rings true. As he's falling, you plant one right between his eyes. He's going to take a deadly wound from this. How is there anything else you would like to resolve?
No, same thing, just straightforward, like this is all business.
Spider, no nonsense.
As I notice him falling, I would like to make a move towards the guy who seems to be tied up. Like, just take a step in that direction, like further into the room.
Okay. Well, the only person left now is the one behind the table that Brass is running at with a human shield. This time he pops up to spray, sees his buddy flying at him, and promptly empties a burst into his friend as he is charging forward. He then drops the gun, just puts up his hands. Are you going to stop charging or just bowl him over?
I'm going to bowl him over. This guy has the audacity to spray at me into his friend and then drop his gun. I didn't mean it. No, I'm charging into this guy.
Okay.
I'm basically charging at him, and then, like, when I'm going to make my impact, I'm throwing the guy's body at this guy to bowl him over, maybe. Help he caught under the guy's weight or something.
The dead weight of the dead body.
It's like I'm pumping the brakes, and then the guy still goes flying.
Goes flying forward.
Yeah.
So he catches the guy, but let's see if he gets knocked back.
Man, these guys are so good at catching.
Well, it's a large person you're throwing at him. So he doesn't fall backwards. He does catch his now dead friend. Bear, what would you like to do? You're seeing, I mean, this is happening at the same time you're coming across. You seeing Brass run in and kind of chuck this body forward.
Can I get a headshot on the guy who just caught the dead guy?
You can try if you want. So you will hit, but it's not quite in the head. It's more of like you're winging him in the shoulder because of the way the body is landing on him. It doesn't give a clear line of sight. But he still lets out a grunt, letting you know that he was struck. Spider, anything that you'd like to do? Your room seems clean.
Go see if the guy tied to the chair is in fact Dulin.
With a quick glance at him, it is Dulin, albeit much bloodier version of him.
Immediately start untying him and motion to Kevin to help me get him out of here.
You look over and you just see Kevin quick draw a pistol, put 2 shots into somebody on the ground, holster it. And then he'll come over to assist you. Bear and Brass, you have the one guy left. What do you want to do? Who wants to go
I throw
first on
Brass
this
the
one?
new shotgun and then defer to his greater expertise.
I catch it. I look at it.
Roll quickness to catch
no.
the shotgun.
It turns out I, the trained fighter, am the worst at catching. This is how we find this out. What am I looking for?
Target number 3.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I got 3.
Okay. So you'll catch the shotgun as it's thrown to you.
And I'll like look at him, look at the guy. Is the guy still standing? The guy that caught the other guy?
Yeah, he's standing. He got
he's
winged
standing,
in the shoulder, caught the guy, and he's leaning back from the weight, but he's still standing.
And I just I like shrug, and I'm like, "Well, mate, no survivors." And then I just whip around and shoot the guy.
He did not roll well enough on his body. You're going to hit him in the head with a shotgun from relatively close range. I would say it's like a melon exploding. So we're out of combat. Spider, Kevin is helping you untie Dulin, who looks pretty beat up. His hands are definitely broken. He's bleeding from cuts that are on his legs, torso, arms, face. He has burn marks on different parts of his body. He's not looking so well. He's gagged, bound.
Can I roll to see if it's safe to move him? Like, can I just roll
yes.
first aid?
Yeah,
to,
you can roll first aid
okay,
to assess. Yeah.
to assess his condition right now.
Yes, you can. He's very beat up. You think that it's safe to move him, but you should probably get him medical treatment within the next 6 to 8 hours.
Okay. Kevin, let's get him to the van. Like double time. So we'll just like finish untying him, and then I'll help Kevin like 2-man carry him down the hallway to get out.
Bear and Brass down the hallway as the smoke is still swirling in the hallway. Has only been a few seconds. You can see 3 shapes. Looks like they're moving together. One is limping in between the other 2, headed in your direction.
Eyes on to confirm. Familiar signatures.
Spiders shows up, yeah.
Hold your fire.
Through the smoke, you can see that Kevin and Spider are assisting a very, very beat up looking individual. He is stumbling and hobbling. He almost loses his footing a few times. When you reconnect with Brass and Bear, Spider, Kevin kind of puts the weight onto you. I hope this was helpful, but you all should get out of here.
Roger that.
I'm sorry, excuse me, and go where with a half-dead man?
Oh, right. I thought you had a place to go.
That's why I said safe house discussion will be pulled up.
He reaches back in his pocket, throws Bear a set of keys.
I'll grab him.
Take the van. Go to the 3rd location that's programmed into the auto navigation.
Roger.
Try not to blow this one up.
I assume we'll hear from you again.
I'll be in contact.
Okay.
I'll just go get the van so Dulin doesn't have to get dragged that far.
Okay, yeah, it's just across the street pretty much. Sure. Will you have that? Brass, are you going with them to the safe house, or are you going your own separate way?
I'm going to go with them.
Okay.
Assuming we're cool for me to be there.
I was going to invite you if you didn't immediately jump in the van. Like, I was going to be like, hey, you're... So, yes.
Sick.
All right. Third location on the auto nav. Taking you south. You drive for a few hours till you realize that the auto nav has taken you down into the Fort Lewis area of Seattle. You eventually come up to what looks like some kind of restaurant or hotel. You can't quite tell, but the address pops up that it's whatever it is, it's above the restaurant.
Hey, is there like a parking area or a valet?
Yeah, there's parking in the rear, it looks like.
Okay. I'll swing around and then turn to the back of the van, strip off my coat, put it over Dulin to try and disguise his wounds.
Okay.
And Brass, you want to go in with me and see what this is about?
Can do.
All right. I mean, you have the keys for the apartment.
So, like, when we go in, is there like a lobby with an elevator, or is it like restaurant?
No, it's like stairs that go up to a landing, and there are 4 apartments up there. And if you look on your key, you have the key for apartment number 2.
I see. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought we were.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's my
no.
bad.
The restaurant is underneath you.
Okay. Head back down, grab the dwarf. I'll clear the room.
Sure. When you use the key to open the door to the room, it looks like it's never been lived in. It's clean. There's a couch. There's the standard issue Tritio. There's the empty barren kitchen that looks like nobody uses it.
Okay. Curtains down. I'm gonna go around, pull all the curtains, just turn on one light,
Sure.
kind of thing, and wait for them to get Dulin up here.
Okay. You guys see the same nondescript, empty, lived-in apartment.
I bolt the lock behind us.
Okay.
Yeah. Really in it now.
Dulin just oh, and then face plants on the floor, and that's where we'll wrap for the evening.
Hey folks, Dr. Friendship here. I know normally we do kind of an entertaining little story tie-in. I apologize this week. I've been sicker than you wouldn't fragging believe. I've had like gnarly pneumonia for like 2 weeks. So this episode's coming out a little bit late. I apologize about that, but I still need to shout out the patrons. You guys are amazing. The fact that you guys support us just by watching the show, but also are willing to throw a few new yen our way every month really, really does help us a lot. So I just want to take the time to thank all of you guys, Crimson Gecko, Bear Dub, Tim, the Rogue 404, the Absolute Drekstorm podcast. You should absolutely go listen to those guys. Karma's the GM over there. He also plays in our game. So if you get a chance, go watch Absolute Drekstorm. They're our week sponsor this week. So please go support those guys as well. Nicholas, John, Martin, Tommy, Michael, Niles, Flatty One Gaming, Manic, Sander, Jim, Winter, Austin, the musician Oliver, and Shadow Dagger. We appreciate you guys. Thank you all for supporting us. Dropping that new in every month helps us keep the lights on and the doors open, helps us continue to pay the bills so we can keep bringing good content to you guys. The Shadowrun community is kind of an underserved community when it comes to lore and actual plays and things like that. And we're doing our best to bring you quality content every single week. So thank you all for your support. It's a lot of work here behind the scenes to do all this. And the fact that you guys are willing to step up and help make a difference and, make it easy for us to pay the bills around here does a lot for us. And we really, really appreciate all of you. So keep your eyes peeled on the Patreon. I've got something new coming out for you guys relatively soon. So there might be another benefit coming out. So keep your eyes peeled on the Patreon. If you haven't joined our Discord, join there. I definitely will post updates in the Crit Pit, which is our patron-only channel over in the Discord. So if you haven't, check out the link in the description of the video or the episode description. And head on over, join us in Discord so you can find us when we're not online. But thank you all again. I apologize once again for the episode coming out a little bit late and not having a super entertaining outro, but doing my best with what I got to work with this week. So thanks, everybody. Appreciate your time. Appreciate the hell out of all of you. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
The Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary materials used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. is granted permission to Critical Hits to use such names, logos, artwork, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with Critical Hits in any official capacity whatsoever.